Stone, go back to NFHS, go to Productions, click green button. And we are live here from Rogers, Texas. David Gibson, Rick Jesperson coming to you from your court side, way out here in the boonies, if you will. Not a great internet situation, but right now we believe we've got it worked out. We're excited for that. Hadn't had a lot of support, if you will, from anyone else. But anyway, Rick, great to be with you in here. Lady Leopards 1-0 in district, and now coming into Rogers and with a chance to go 2-0.
Yeah, no, that's the important thing. We actually got this game, and we got one more game next week, in district before we start the holiday break. But yeah, you're right, Dave. Come here against a Rogers team. They're a really athletic team. We haven't, being in this new district, 19-3A, we haven't seen them. I can't tell you, in many, many years, but I can tell you that the scouting report says a bunch of athletic girls. A lot of them run cross country, and
yeah. One of the things that Coach talked about tonight was handled their pressure. He felt like their athleticism was going to maybe translate into some pressure. Let's talk about our keys to the game here, brought to you by Diamond Athletics.
Right, so here for the Lady Leps tonight, the first one's going to be great in transition. So that can be, let's pause here for the national anthem. We'll get back to that, okay?
Sounds good. That is your national anthem. Played for you here in Rogers over the PA system. So anyway, Rick, back to those Lady Leopards keys to victories, if you will.
So great in transition is number one. Coach G provided us for that. That's going to be offensively and defensively. Offensively, we can, when we get opportunities and when we can rush that ball, we can really, hurry that ball up the court if we got open layups. But we don't want to, take bad shots when we have those opportunities. But if we do have the ability to get out in transition and run on offensively, we need to take advantage of those opportunities.
Real quick. Sorry, Rick.
No, it's okay. It's good. Defensively, in transition is always getting back, not getting beat, and staying, in the moment and not watching your shot, and getting rebounds and get offensive rebounds to prevent that. But really just getting back on defense.
Tips, and we're underway here in Rogers. Lady Leopards in those snazzy-looking black unis there. Are those new this year?
They are new.
They look good, man.
That's what, let's just be honest, what a state championship in football brings new treats for all the coaches and all the sports.
That's awesome. Real quick, if we can get our starting five mentioned here momentarily, we've got Avery Harris, Lee Jesperson, Avery Hurd, Addie Rohde, and Reese Rowell. Your starting five tonight brought to you by Aurora Henry Photography. Here's Jespers into the paint. She'll put up a runner, no good. Rebound Rogers, and they're coming the other way.
One of the keys, again, we haven't talked too much about. Coach G wanted us to make sure we got our shot. Now, we did a really good job of being patient on that last offensive possession, but that last shot maybe have been in a little bit of traffic, rushed a little bit, kind of took on a little bit taller girl, number 21 there for the Rogers Eagles. Ashlyn Telefuse definitely has a couple inches on Lee and taking it right at her. Maybe not have been our shot.
Madeline Fuchs there on the foul, illegal screen. The sophomore for Rogers picks up one over in the corner to Jesperson. She'll skip, pass over to Reese. Now to Rhodey. Harris, not shy, in and out on that three. Rogers with the rebound. Shot up, and they're going to say no good. She traveled, and that's a turnover against the Rogers.
Good looking, good looking Euro step there, but Lee did a good job of being set in her position, kind of took the contact, but they called the travel before she was able to get that shot up. Her third foot went down. That's a good call by the official there in the corner.
Harris will bring the ball up, gets it to Rhodey, top of the key. Beautiful pass down low. Jesperson goes up, got bumped with the body, no call. And she'll go to the floor, and the Rogers Lady Eagles come down with the rebound. They'll bring it up the other way. A double dribble.
Something we saw, David, in the other the boys game the other night is, we're kind of already seeing it. Well, kind of take the words out of my mouth. We've seen a little bit of pressure on when we have the ball, when we're shooting offensively. Fouls haven't been called. First time the foul has been called on Lee tonight. She got her body into number 10. Nicole Muka for Rogers.
Free throw on the way, hard off the back iron, no good. Muka eyes her second. No score here early. Couple minutes in. This one's short. Jesperson one-hands it. The rebound, headed the other way. Shot from the right wing. Nothing but the bottom of the net by Avery Harris. A True North Consulting Group three-pointer.
So one thing Coach C told me, as soon as we score, we're going to deploy our full court press, similar to what we did against Lexington the other night. We can put so much pressure. Number 3, their point guard, Cheyenne Montalvo, has been a little shaky with the handle so far. And good defensive possession there. Lee under the basket, took some more contact, no foul called.
Skip pass, there's Harris again. This time she gets it to Rowell in the right corner on the way short off the front iron. Rhodey's there with the rebound, puts it up, no good. Tries to gather a rebound, fight for it in the corner. It goes out of bounds off Jesperson, and it'll go over to the Lady Eagles.
Just great positioning by Rhodey. She didn't get the shot back, didn't get the put back, but just being in the right spot, the right time. Looks like the ball's going to stay with the Leopards here.
On the road in Rogers, Texas, they get it in. Harris fires another three from the left wing. This one's hard off the back iron, no good. Rowell runs it down in the corner, tries to save it, but throws it into a Lady Eagle. And then we have a tie-up in the corner, and it goes to the Eagles. Credit Avery Harris there with the hustle to get their hands on the ball and tie it up. Yeah, you're right, Rick. One of the things we saw so clearly against Lexington, how many extra possessions did the Lady Leopards get from the pressure? And there's another turnover there here early. I believe that's the third on Rogers.
And, Lee was the last one back on that press, but she was able to put pressure on that ball, similar to like a goalie. World Cup's going on right now, and sometimes you got a couple runners, and, the goalie's got to decide, do I attack the, the ball coming up? That's exactly what Lee did, attack the ball as it was coming up and force a turnover.
I want to remind you, our broadcast brought to you by H&M Landscape and Sprinkler. There's a tip pass, nearly stolen away. Hurd's got it, though, into the paint. She'll kick it over to Harris. Harris tries to swing it quickly to Rowell, but nobody can handle it well. They can't quite get the opening they're looking for here. Back to Rowell. And again, he's seeing that patience, Rick. You talked about Coach really wanting them to get their shot.
Yeah, you can see that Rogers is playing a really good 2-3 zone right now. Oh.
Nice step through by Jesperson. Can't get it to go, but Roddy's there to clean it up. No. Now Jesperson gets it. Eyes the three, back over to Harris. Long three, right wing, on the way, hard off the back iron, no good. Rowell's there to fight for the rebound. The Lady Eagles come down, and that's Hurd, actually. They'll get Hurd with the foul.
I said Roddy.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I keep saying Roddy. I'll clean that up. I know it's Roddy. Inbound to the Lady Eagles. Being harassed there by Harris. Doing a good job putting pressure on the ball. Rogers tries to put it on the floor. Stolen away by the Hawk. Ahead to Rhodey. Rhodey. Contested layup blocked. Off the back of the player who blocked it. That nice block there by Ashlyn Telefuse.
I don't know.
I
don't want to talk about stuff like that. Lynch with a lot of contact. We haven't gotten any calls on drives to the basket.
Another slap out of Jesperson's hand, now stolen away. So a little bit, you know, we talked about the Connolly game, how that was a physical game, Rick. That wasn't as handsy. That was more of a, this one's a little more handsy in terms of the physical. That one's going to go on Reese.
You know, and, you know, all you can ask really is consistency. But as we saw, what kind of transpired in that Connolly boys game is, you know, control it in the first quarter. And that way it doesn't get out of control in the third quarter.
Bailey Kircha gets on the board for the Eagles. Lady Leopards still lead 3-2. One team foul on the Lady Leopards. Three team fouls on the Lady Leopards. One on the Eagles. Beautiful pass underneath to Jesperson by Harris. And it's going to result in a foul for Jesperson. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair of Ritchie's Western Wear free throws.
Well, that was like you said, quite the pass. One-handed, kind of a no-look right through traffic. It was just thread the needle. It looked really good there by Avery Hurd.
First free throw on the way. Floats over the front rim, finds the bottom. That's Reese Rowell comes off, being replaced by Summer Johnson. Second one all the way, swish right through the bottom. This time didn't touch it. Bit of iron.
Now we switch the press up. We got Lee guarding the ball. Oh.
Rhodey harassing in the corner. Summer Johnson's there to fight for. She'll get the steal. Now we're tied up again. I believe that one's going to go to the Lady Leopards, and it is. 3.5 minutes left here. 3:25 left on the clock. Here, Coach G. Throws it into Jesperson. She'll try to penetrate. Shot blocked. Hurd flies in there, comes out with it. She'll pull it out wisely, and we'll try to reset it. Skip pass over to Jesperson. She'll fire three left wing on the wave off the back iron. No good. Hurd again comes down with her second consecutive rebound. Gets it down to Rhodey. Nice spin move. Kicks it back to an open Hurd on the way. No good. Jesperson and the Lady Leopards are owning the glass right now. Good travel. She goes to the floor. Looked like she got tripped.
She had a little bit of contact when she was coming down. Great hustle play. Her and Summer Johnson kind of got their feet tangled here.
One basket so far by the Leopards. A three-pointer by Avery Harris. Jesperson's added a pair of free throws to make our score 5-2 over the Eagles. There's a charge going to be drawn by the Lady Leopards, Avery Harris.
No, I was actually on Lee Jesperson.
Oh, was it Lee? Okay.
Yeah, Lee draws.
Avery hitting off the floor.
Man, she's hit the deck 3 or 4 times tonight. You know, really doing a good job getting her defense set, but that body's really taken a lot of beating so far.
That foul goes on Elena Mangina, her first. Summer Johnson has it on the floor with AJ's in the game now for the Lady Leopards. Harris drops it off to Rhodey, high post game, puts it on the floor. There's Harris, wide open, left wing on the way, bang, right through the bottom of True North Consulting Group three-pointer.
Yeah, that's exactly the type of ball movement that we want. Coach G even was calling the shot before Avery Harris hit it.
Rogers with nice ball movement, get the layup that time, and they cut it to 8-4. That time, Ashlyn Talafuse. Cora Ives set to check in the game. Under 2 minutes now here in the opening first quarter on our H&M Landscape and Sprinkler broadcast. Lady Leopards coming on the road. First district game on the road. Here's AJ. She'll penetrate baseline, tries to pass it off. Looks like maybe it was tipped out of bounds. I haven't seen an official call, though. We've got a low angle here where we're seated. It does stay with the Lady Leopards, a minute 43 on the clock. Both team with 3 fouls here early. So had 3 fouls, I think, the whole first half against Lexington.
It is so difficult to.
Jesperson steals back, drops
see
it off
it.
to Ives, goes up, no. Blocked out of bounds. Actually not out of bounds, it stayed inbounds. It hit the bottom of the backboard.
I was going to say, such a tough job tonight driving the ball into the basket. That defense is so tight. It's like a 2-3 or a fourth or fifth time Lee has hit the deck.
That's going to be out of bounds. I think what they're going to call, it's going to go back to the Lady Leopards as Reese Rowell checks in.
But that zone they're playing is either a 2-3 or it's a 2-1-2. That person in the middle is really kind of pushing up a lot, but it makes it so difficult to get any penetration into the zone. We got to keep hitting those outside shots. Avery Harris, I think 2 for 4 so far, keeping them honest.
AJ with it, stays in. Cora Ives, Summer Johnson, Reese Rowell. Lee Jesperson down there in the post. They get it to her. Oh, tries to go right back out to Johnson and threw it away. So kind of a frenetic pace. No, the team really feels very settled right now to me. Avery Hurd comes to the score table, can't quite get in as we dip under a minute to play. Penetration into the paint, kick out, open three, right wing on the way, off the back iron, no good. Run down there by the Eagles. An open Eagle underneath, throws it up, no good. Rebound, up and in.
Yeah, like you said, Dave, it's been really frenetic. We expected we might get a little press out of them, being that Rogers is really athletic, but they've sat back in that zone, and we have
Avery Hurd's going to check out of the game, replace Lee Jesperson. 29.6 left here in the first quarter. Nearly a 5-second call. And coach for Rogers is going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. All timeouts brought to you by CF Supply. And we'll throw it to a quick commercial break. It's a 30-second timeout. Right back with more Leopards basketball on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler broadcast.
H&M Landscape and Sprinkler is your one-stop shop for turning your dream vision for the environment outside of your home or business into a reality. From laying sod and installing sprinklers to the finer beautifying touches and year-round maintenance, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 2.
By Rogers, we were still coming out of the huddle before they already passed the ball in. We didn't get to apply as much pressure.
I think that might have been part of that strategy there. Under 20 seconds now here. Lady Eagles working for what you would think would maybe be a final shot. Hawk guarding her in the lane. They're going to call a foul and a block in the paint.
We've had a lot more contact on the other end without a call.
Coach G doesn't like it either. That's going to send
number 15, freshman
Joe Moses to the line. My favorite name on the other team. Here's a free throw on the way. Glass and rolls around and goes in. They just give him a warning?
No.
Oh. Said something to the table. Avery Harris to the score table, trying to get back in. Here's the second free throw on the way. This one hits the good night. That's two of the better bounces I've seen. That one hit the wedged in the backboard there and then spun in.
So we got 9 seconds here left. Finish off this first quarter. Tied 8-8. No pressure being put on this inbounds. We got the full court. We got 9 seconds.
Summer Johnson gets it in to Harris. She'll penetrate, trying to get free. Gets the screen, now it's over to Reese. Got to fire it up. Reese with a long three at the buzzer. Bang! She got it! A True North Consulting Group three-pointer, and the Leopards go to the break. Up 11-8. We'll throw it to a commercial break and come back with the second quarter on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler broadcast.
Located at 4533 West. Celebrating over 40 years of service, your source for everything Texas is Richie's Western Wear. Richie's is the only locally owned full-line Western wear store in Waco. We offer friendly, old-fashioned customer service while you enjoy our 12,000 square feet of boots, hats, jeans, and leather goods. Don't be a stranger. Stop by and see why we've been in business for so long. Located at 4533 West.
Don't come back. Welcome back into Rogers Eagles Gymnasium. David Gibson, Rick Jesperson here courtside. Lady Leopards get a big three-pointer from Reese Rowell at the buzzer. Get a little momentum. Let's see what they can do with it here in the second quarter of play.
You know, it just allows everybody to relax just a little bit. Man, you know, still there by Avery Harris, still back, and then, you know, good defense there by Lee, keeping her arms up straight, not drawing that second foul.
Both teams being real aggressive with the hands, Rick, as, you know, we've had a lot of that still again, you know what I mean? Like, here's a shot up and rebound by Jesperson, comes in from behind her. Good night, are you kidding? It's on Lee. Wow, that's unfortunate. Really just more of a struggle for the ball, and that's Lee's second foul here with, going to have to be careful here before halftime. 7.5 minutes left to try to play good, smart defense. She's being physical down there on that block. There's Harris with a big steal. And again, just a really handsy game. These teams both having trouble controlling the ball, and that has a lot to do with each other's defense. There's Jesperson on the wing. She'll try to skip it over to Harris. They're doing a good job moving. Harris doesn't mind shooting that three. There's another one. She's on fire. A True North Consulting Group three-pointer. That
was almost the exact same spot where Reese had her three, and it's really helping the Leopards just settle down a little bit. Now Lee needs to be smart, not pick up a foul up here. Garden.
There's a three on the way. This one hits just front iron, no good. Summer Johnson runs it down in the corner, and again, just very, very physical, and G is all over the referees. Here's Rowell into the corner. Harris, she says, okay, leave me open, I'll do it again. Avery Harris's fourth three-pointer of the first half. All of them brought to you by True North Consulting Group. And Coach wants a timeout, a full timeout. Let's take a quick commercial break, Rick, and we'll come back with more on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler broadcast right after this.
Limited time only, Jesse Britz Automotive is offering a synthetic blend oil change for only $25.99. Plus, get a free tire rotation, free brake check, free alignment check, and a 22-point inspection. Jesse Britz Automotive, discounting your prices, not your service. For a limited time only, Jesse Britz Automotive is offering a computerized alignment for only $49.99. Plus, get a free tire rotation and free visual brake inspection. Jesse Britz Automotive, discounting your prices, not your service.
30 years, CF Supply Inc. has been serving the interior commercial construction industry needs of Texas. We are a quality supplier of drywall, metal framing, Armstrong acoustical ceilings, joint compound, and commercial wood and metal door openings. We are also a proud distributor of major brands such as Armstrong Ceiling Systems, Schlage, Von Duprin, Sargent, Corbin Russwin, and LCN. Contact CF Supply Inc. today for all of your interior construction needs. You'll find us online at CF Supply Inc.
Rogers Gymnasium, David Gibson, Rick Jesperson. Lady Leopards up 17-8, largely on the effort of their three-point shooting. There's Reese Rowell in a handy position. She'll get it, and look at her push. Avery Harris again. You got to be kidding me. Leaving her open again. This one's hard off the back iron, no good. Rebound Eagles. And we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Summer Johnson.
You know, that's a 9-0 run there. The score was tied 8-8. Reese Rowell hits that three, relaxes them, and then, you know, the game's kind of been a little touchy, been a little, you know, handsy, like you said, physical, and you love to see the Lady Leopards kind of, you know, responding to the tough, you know, and just showing some toughness that they're being asked to show on this away game on a Friday night. Really responding well.
6 minutes here in the second quarter. There is a near travel, but then a steal.
You know, Summer Johnson's 2 possessions in a row, playing hard-nosed defense right on the ball handler, and that's she's forced both those turnovers.
Look at that pass underneath to Rhodey, up and in. Credit Cora Eyes with the assist. Rhodey with her first bucket of the game here at Leopards up 19-8, opened up an 11-point lead.
And you can really kind of see now the pressure that we're putting on Rogers without a true point guard. You know, both the girls they've had dribbling up. That time it was number 3, Montalvo. Just a little bit, you know, shaky on the dribble. They've had number 10 bringing it up, who's Nicole Muka, but both times Summer Johnson's harassing them, causing the turnovers.
You know, Rick, if you look at what's changed here in the last few minutes, shots start falling, gives the Leopards time to get back, get set up, and put pressure on them, and it's just it's sort of snowballed on Rogers here.
Yeah, if we can set that press up. set the press up, and it just leads into our overall defense, which is full court, pressure, 90 feet.
Raining three-pointers here tonight in Rogers. All three-pointers brought to you by True North Consulting Group. There's a beautiful pass. Ahead to Cora Ives. She saves it in bounds. Avery Harris, right wing. You got to be kidding me. She's got another one. Avery Harris with 5 first-half threes. Summer Johnson with the rebound. She'll push. Now kicks it over. Wide open Reese Rowell. It's on the way. Front iron, no good. Cora Ives fights for the rebound. Goes out of bounds off of her, I believe, and it will go over to Lady Eagles. You know, one of the things, Rick, about three-pointers start falling, you get a big lead, you relax, and that makes it snowball. And it feels like to me that's what's happened. The three-point shooters have all relaxed.
Yeah, you know, we sub Avery Harris in for Summer Johnson out, but hats off to Summer Johnson.
Yeah,
she has created, you know, just havoc, you know, against the ball handler. And honestly, Avery Hurd, you know, she'll get in there and do the same thing. She pressures the ball, forces a bad pass. Rhodey deflects it, chases it down, and it's just that pressure, that relentless pressure that we have on every ball handler that Rogers can put out there tonight.
Well, and you know, it's right. It's a free throw jumper from Rhodey off the glass, no good. Rebound Ives. She tries to save it in bounds, throws it, and I believe that's going to be out of bounds. Oh, stays with Black, so it must have gone off a defender there.
You know, Cora Ives, hats off to her, too.
She's hustling, isn't she?
She's been down there. She's been getting, you know, chasing those loose rebounds, you know, getting those deflections. Had a great assist earlier to Rhodey.
Rowell gets it into Harris. Back in the corner to Rowell. So Hurd, Harris, Rowell, Ives, and Jesperson in the game right now for the Leopards. You know, and right now it feels like, Rick, that Rogers can't rotate that zone fast enough to keep up, and it's resulting in lots of open threes.
Yeah, no, I've been impressed so far with her zone. But, yeah, when we get that ball in the corner, you know, Avery Harris, you know, has hit 2 or 3 from the corner. You know, it just goes back to, I think you said earlier, when one starts falling, that confidence starts falling. And they make one mistake on that zone, and we have made them pay so far.
Nice pass down to Ives. She'll go up. Draws the foul. And Cora will get a chance to shoot a pair of Richie's Western Wear free throws. On the way, off to the right, no good. Next one on the way, it hits the front iron and drops in. That'll help relax. Rowell and Harris come off the floor, replaced by AJ and Summer Johnson.
And the thing about that free throw allows us to set the defense, get that. We got Avery Hurd and Summer Johnson in at the same time.
Yeah, that's some athleticism.
Just
look at her move her feet right there. That's great defense. Then you got Cora bodying up right there. They're going to call it on her as it's forced out of bounds. Tell you what, those youngsters moving their feet, man. Be out of bounds. 3.5 minutes left here. That'll be the 7th foul. So, the Rogers Eagles into the bonus now. They'll be shooting 1 and 1. Free throw up, drops in.
You know, before the game, David, we got a little bit of a scouting report that they don't really have one go-to player, but number 11 here, Rayleigh Sebek, has been one that has really kind of stepped up into their kind of their main scorer, their main offensive go-to person. But yeah, the Rogers has spread the ball really around a lot tonight, but number 11 has was the one that we thought might give us the most trouble.
Sebek's second free throw, no good. AJ comes out of there with it, gets it to Summer Johnson, and the Leopards are already running their offense. Trying to work for their shot, and Coach G wants a timeout. He's going to take a 30-second break. We'll go ahead and keep it here, Rick, and maybe just a chance to kind of gather our thoughts a little bit. It's been a little bit of a frenetic first half.
Yeah, I mean, it has been quite up and back, back and forth both ways. There's been a lot of hard fouls, a lot of contact going on, and I think Coach G wants to do the same thing right now. Kind of feels the game's been so frenetic. He hasn't even used a timeout, so first timeout by Coach G, just to kind of let the girls relax, set their offense, and keep the pressure on Rogers. I'm sure they did not expect this game after an 8-8 first quarter to be 23-9, sitting here with 3 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Well, yeah. So you get that three. It was 8-all, right?
It was 8-all.
And we hit that three right there at the buzzer. And
Reese
since
hit it.
then, you got a 15-1 run by the Lady Leopards, and all of those three-pointers. Get it down to Hurd. Now to Jesperson. Jesperson goes up really strong, powers through the defender and gets it to go. And Jesperson with a chance to get an old-fashioned three-pointer.
That's one thing in her game that we did not see last year is her ability to kind of put the ball on the floor and make those post moves. And this year you've seen her take it, drive to the basket, and that one, quick pump fake, up and under with a lot of power.
Shot on the way, he rattles in and out. Rebound Hurd, the Hawks in there. She gets it, and we're going to have a jump ball. Stay with the Lady Leopards. Harris will come in now and replace Hurd. .306, Jesperson, little bunny, left side, got it to go.
That's their kind of go-to out-of-bounds play where they have one girl across the whole defense, and then Lee's just left right there just to hit that shot.
Jesperson has 6. All game stats brought to you by Jesse Britt Automotive.
Foul there on Summer Johnson.
Game stats.
Smart move here by Coach G, putting Addison Rhodey back in for Lee. Lee's got 2 fouls. She's played a really good second quarter, taking a lot of bumps, a lot of potential charges, and so giving her a break here.
Short rebound. Harris has got it. Reese Rowell comes to the table, get ready to check in. Beautiful pass down to Rhodey. Rhodey goes up, can't convert, but is fouled, and she'll shoot a pair of Richie's Western Wear free throws. So the foul's starting to even out here a little bit, Rick. It was a little more lopsided now. Leopards on the verge of being in the bonus as well.
It seems like here in the last second quarter, really since Coach G had a discussion with one of the officials, that it has seemed to be called, I'll say, a little bit more traditional. I mean, I don't think it was, unfair either way, but it was just kind of getting out of hand. And we didn't know especially a lot of contact under the basket. So hats off to the officials for kind of getting these things back under control, doing a good job, calling it how we expect it to be called.
But, just get a real good look at the aggressive in there by the Lady Leopards. Girl comes down with it, Sebek comes down with it for the Eagles, the rebound, and immediately Rowell is there to defend her in the backcourt. And there's that pressure again.
Reese doesn't get credit for, her ability to defend, but looks like kind of maybe a stutter step on that pass there by Reese Rowell, so turn the ball over.
Checking in for the Lady Leopards, McLaren Williamson will come and get Cora Ives, who has played really well.
Yeah, she came off with that look on her face where she was kind of glad to take a little bit of a break. She's been working really, really hard.
Rhodey goes for the steal, almost gets it. Oh, that was a travel, and they do get it. Late whistle there, but it was a good call, right call.
Official right in front of the 2 assistant coaches for Lorena. Just needed maybe a little bit of encouragement. Maybe he just was trying to inhale when he was had that whistle in his mouth. Couldn't quite get that sound out fast enough. 28-9.
Good defense by Larry. Here's AJ left wing. This one hits the back iron glass and falls out. And that'll be out of bounds off the Lady Leopards.
Good shot. Good. Addison Rhodey had that guard engaged with that guard underneath, and she could not pop out. There's an open shot there by AJ. Just couldn't convert it.
.140 left on our BAM Builders scoreboard. Jonathan Barrows, there's going to be a foul there. Kind of after the shot almost, but they are going to say it was on the shot. That one's going to go on McLaren Williamson. That'll be here first. Cheyenne Montalvo goes to the free throw line. First one, no good. This one's on the way, air ball, didn't hit anything, and that'll be Lady Leopards ball, so 0 for 2 there. Harris, wide open three, front iron, no good. Rhodey runs it down, gets it back to Harris. Have a foul in transition, and
you know, I'm okay really with that foul. You know, we one thing that we've done in this second quarter is held them to one free throw. You know, that's doing a good job. Some of the keys to the game that Coach G talked about is being good in transition defensively. You know, hey, don't give them anything easy.
Right.
And put them on the free throw line. The last girl was 0 for 2. Number 23 right here. Kylie Alonzo 0 for 1 to start out with, so that's not a bad foul as long as we get the right person getting the foul. You know, tough rebound there by McLaren Williamson. Hats off to her getting in there, getting a few minutes.
So 0 for 2, so the Lady Eagles really struggling from the free throw line. I think they got 3 out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so 30% from the stripe has definitely hurt them. There's a beautiful pass to Rhodey, but it will be blocked by Sebic. Nice play there by Sebic, but Harris was going to tie her up.
Harris, after that tie-up, just really wanted to possess that ball. She really thought she had that ball, so she just had a little extra maybe after the whistle, the official thought. And I'm just encouraging everybody to let the ball go when he blows the whistle. But nothing extra, no warning or anything, just hard play there by Avery Harris.
There's a nice strong take there by Montalvo. That's the first clean look at the basket the Lady Leopards have given up in quite some time as we head under 20 seconds here on the BAM Builder scoreboard. AJ Harris, back to AJ in the corner. Down in the paint. Williamson right there at the basket, can't quite convert, and then she'll foul right there before the buzzer. Beautiful ball movement that time, Rick, by the Lady Leopards. Just couldn't quite get it to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly the type of shot that we wanted. Coach T was really excited about that. But kind of a frustration foul, I think, from McLaren Williamson, who did everything right but hit the basket. Maybe found herself just a little bit too much underneath the basket to make the shot. And out of frustration, tried to get that ball back, and foul number 11, Rayleigh Seabick.
So AJ and Rhodey come off. Summer Johnson. Reese Rao back on, is that right? Yeah. Or 2.2 seconds left. That one goes. Got 2 seconds to make something happen. Get it to Harris. Back to Jesperson. She lets it go at the buzzer. It's going to be well short. Maybe had time for one more dribble, but that was I still thought that was well designed in terms of
it was a good design.
getting it off.
You're 100% right. One dribble, get a little bit of little bit more power on that shot, maybe it could have gone.
She had it. I feel it looked like from our angle, it looked like she had it on line.
During the boys' game, she was doing the half-court shot, so maybe that's what Coach G was thinking.
H&M Landscape and Sprinkler is your one-stop shop for turning your dream vision for the environment outside of your home or business into a reality. From laying sod and installing sprinklers to the finer beautifying touches and year-round maintenance, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 254-732-6818. That's H&M Landscape and Sprinkler. Consulting, we just made it personal. True North. Now more than ever, our schools must be welcoming and engaging, safe and secure. For nearly 40 years, True North Consulting Group has been helping school districts across the U.S. develop effective technology infrastructure, campus safety, and media-rich classroom systems. Our name, True North, says it all. And as we like to say, we didn't invent consulting, we just made it personal. True North is a friend to public education and a proud supporter of our Lorena Leopards. Today is a great day to celebrate the Leopard Way. You don't need me to tell you that our little ones grow up so fast, but look at these pictures, each one beautifully crafted by Aurora Henry Photography to capture life's special memories so that Lorena families will have them for life. From your newborns to your newlyweds, Aurora Henry Photography will create, capture, and preserve life's most special moments with your loved ones and turn them into memories made for a lifetime. Schedule your 30, 60, or 90-minute session today with Aurora Henry Photography on Facebook or Instagram, or call 254-723-2890. Aurora Henry Photography. Now more than ever, our schools must be welcoming and engaging, safe and secure. For nearly 40 years, True North Consulting Group has been helping school districts across the U.S. develop effective technology infrastructure, campus safety, and media-rich classroom systems. Our name, True North, says it all. And as we like to say, we didn't invent consulting, we just made it personal. True North is a friend to public education and a proud supporter of our Lorena Leopards. Today is a great day to celebrate the Leopard Way. H&M Landscape and Sprinkler is your one-stop shop for turning your dream vision for the environment outside of your home or business into a reality. From laying sod and installing sprinklers to the finer beautifying touches and year-round maintenance, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 254-732-6818. That's H&M Landscape and Sprinkler.
For a limited time only, Jesse Britt's Automotive is offering a synthetic blend oil change for only $25.99. Plus, get a free tire rotation, free brake check, free alignment check, and a 22-point inspection. Jesse Britt's Automotive, discounting your prices, not your service. For a limited time only, Jesse Britt's Automotive is offering a computerized alignment for only $49.99. Plus, get a free tire rotation and free visual brake inspection. Jesse Britt's Automotive, discounting your prices, not your service.
And welcome back here in Rogers Gymnasium. David Gibson, Rick Jesperson here courtside. And boy, I tell you what, Rick, that second quarter really ended up being something for the Leopards. You know, we talked about it, but that three right at the end by Reese Rao really swung some momentum. And from there, the Leopards took it and never looked back. Now up 28-13 here at halftime.
Yeah, you know, so that three-pointer going right into right at the end of the first quarter allowed us to go into the second quarter. We went on a 17-5 run from that point, and we held them to 1 basket and 3 free throws. So, you know, we go back talk about the keys to the game. They have not pressured us very much on when we're bringing up the ball. They have really sunk back into their zone. But we've really done a good job on the transition on defense. Like I said, we talked about a foul on the transition. Don't give them anything easy. We've done a really good job on that. We haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to run. We have gotten some free throw. We have gotten some steals, and we have gotten some open shots in the corner. But they've really done a good job of sinking back into their zone. But the rebounds that we're getting, we have 8 offensive rebounds, and we've limited them to 3 offensive rebounds. Defensive rebounds are very similar, 8 apiece. And then the three-point shooting that our girls have done, we are shooting 6 for 11, over 50% from threes, and we're under 50% on our two-point attempts. So that's not normally the case to see a higher three-point percentage than two-point percentage. And currently, the Rogers Eagles are sitting at over 2 on their three-point attempts. And really outside of a few layups in that first quarter, haven't really done much offensively. We've really been putting the pressure on Summer Johnson, Avery Hurd, Reese Rowell, even Avery Harris getting onto the pressure on the ball defenders, just doing an excellent, excellent job.
You know, and it speaks really, Rick, to them doing exactly what Coach said, and that key, and that is getting their shot. Because I mentioned that they weren't moving their zone fast enough, but you were right. Their zone was actually pretty solid, and we just were patient enough and finally got those open looks. And when we did, man, did it start snowballing. It was pretty impressive there. Yeah,
you can see how patient we are. I mean, I think almost every time down we got 3 or 4 passes, and we're making that extra pass that is sometimes really, really hard to get to. But making that extra pass creates that open layup or creates that open three-pointer. And really, I mean, you can even sitting so close to Coach G in the bench, you can see he's really excited about the offensive effort and the way that the girls have been playing. And really defensively, too. I mean, Lee Jesperson, we talked about, the 4 girls up top. But Lee has taken 5 or 6 hits underneath the basket, really doing a good job of moving her feet, getting in the offensive players' ways, and just really being a distraction down there as well. So just, hats off really to all of them defensively, moving their feet, playing hard, and offensively making the extra pass, being patient, and getting our shot. Just hats off to them.
And, credit Lee with that because she really started the game. The very first offensive possession for Rogers, she drew a charge. I don't think she got the call on the charge. I think the ball went out of bounds maybe or something. But she really must have made that a point of emphasis tonight because she seemed to be starting off that way from the very get-go.
It's the first game that I've seen her do that. I'm just going to be honest. At the end of last season, she took that charge against Teague, where she hurt her knee. She ended up playing the next week against Malakoff, where we lost. But she took that charge against Teague, came back and played that game, was out 8 weeks after that from volleyball, her club volleyball season. And she's mentioned to me at home how she's been somewhat afraid to play defense. She hasn't felt comfortable taking those charges since that knee injury that she took on that charge against Teague. And tonight she's really shown it. She really showed it, like you said, from that first possession, being able to get herself in the right position, to take that contact and just kind of feeling free back in her body again.
And we Lady Leopards back out on the court. We're about to get things back underway here in the third quarter. David Gibson, Rick Jesperson here courtside. We are back underway. 7:54, clock running. Avery Hurd, Reese Rowell, Lee Jesperson, Avery Harris. Another 3 to start the second half. This one won't go. Rebound Rogers. Rhodey on the court as well for the Lady Leopards.
You really see the offensive kind of scheme that Coach G's drawing up on that last one. He puts a girl kind of right there in the middle of the arc and that draw, and that creates on that zone where one person can't guard that person in the middle. Oh, foul there. Offensive foul, yeah, offensive foul there.
Heisman.
By number 10. But going back to the offensive strategy by Coach G, kind of overloading that side of the zone, and it puts too much pressure on one person, and that's where we're getting those open shots. Avery Harris did not drain that one, but an open shot.
I tell you what, you better not give her too many more open looks like that, or she's going to bury one. She's on fire tonight, and ball coming off her hand, really pretty, and not hitting much rim at all. Shooting the ball really well.
Here we go. We got another overload. Avery Harris running through.
There's a beautiful pass down low to Jesperson off the glass, no good. Rhodey runs it down, throws it out to Hurd. Rowell corrals it. Back down to Jesperson. She'll fight for position, throws it up and in. Jesperson with the strong move underneath.
You know, I'm going to give credit on that one. I'm going to give the assist, even though it doesn't go in the scorebook, to Addison Rhodey, just chasing that rebound down against 4 Rogers Eagles and dishing it back out.
Jesperson to go to the line to shoot a Richie's Western Wear free throw. On the way. Right through the bottom.
And allows us to set up our press, get settled here in our defense where we can just put on that pressure and be relentless with that pressure. First possession that Rogers has, start the second half. Second possession.
31-13 after the old-fashioned three-pointer by Jesperson. Nice open floor transition there by the Lady Eagles. Sebic puts it up and in. But just like that, Rick, so much pressure on offense here by the Lady Leopards. They're immediately back and ready to go. Here's an open three from Rowell. Back iron, no good, but Jesperson's there. Harris is open for the three. Front iron, no good. But Jesperson's there again.
We talked about on the break the differences in offensive rebounds between the two teams, and that has just grown as we have 3 offensive rebounds to start the second half, 2 on this possession.
Boy, strong take by Lee. Oh, rolls off the back iron, no good. Here comes Sebic, she'll push. Three, no good. Harris there for the rebound.
Being patient.
Jesperson fires up a 3. This is short iron. It cooled off a little bit here.
That's 4 offensive rebounds this half.
There's another one. This time she's good. So Jesperson pulls the lid off here in the second half.
And, man, Addison Rhodey, another offensive rebound. Great way to start.
We'll keep it here. 5:49 left on the clock. Lady Leopards up 34-15.
Interesting time out there by Coach G.
Yeah, what were your thoughts there?
Can I say I don't know?
You can say that.
I can say I don't know, man. We were putting on them pressure everywhere. Shots were going in, out hustling them on every possession. Maybe just to give the girls a breather. I mean, you can see. I mean, Lee, Addison, Rhodey, they were, both of them have two rebounds here in this half on this end, and it might just be that.
Well, the fun news is we'll get to ask them after the game on our Ross Insurance Agency. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll remember that one.
Seven, True North Consulting Group, 3-pointers. We appreciate our new board member, Russ Johnson, and True North Consulting Group for sponsoring our 3-pointers.
We got if you're watching on video, we got a delay of game warning against Rogers. I think they spilled some water on the court and then waited till the ball was being inbounded to clean up that water. So Rogers' coach not happy about that, but rules are the rules.
The Hawk all over her on the sideline. Felt like pretty good defense from here, but I'm all the way across the floor.
Can I just tell you how mentally defeating that is as an offensive player to have somebody running with you step for step? Yeah, we got the foul called on us, but trust me, she does not want to be in that position again with Avery Hurd Gardner like that. It just wears on you.
Third foul for Avery in the game. Avery Hurd, that is. Rhodey goes up strong to fight for that entry pass. Knocked to the floor, but no call. But I think that's probably the right call. I think she more fell there. Here comes Harris, so she'll push ahead. Jesperson puts it up off the glass and in. Boy, Lee has really found her offense, man. It's inside and out, putting the ball on the floor.
Trap, deflection. And you watch that. We had a trap on the top of that, and then they got out of the trap. But look at Addison Rohde and Avery Harris. I think it was Avery Harris that played really good help defense and gave nothing easy to the Rogers Eagles. That's really good team defense right there.
Summer Johnson at the table, ready to check in as Seabeck goes to the line to shoot. First one on the way is good. She'll replace Avery Hurd. Bench has some kind of comment for her. Not sure exactly what that was, but
I think it's just the way she just ran down that defender, just stayed with her step for step. Got a little bit of a bump, but just that's just great defense.
So Seabeck gets both of those.
And here we go. So, you know, again, being down 19, we don't see any pressure out of Rogers. You know, sitting back in the zone again. See if we overload one side.
Oh, look at this. Avery Harris manages to get it off. Oh, back iron, no good. You could tell she wanted that one. Look good coming out of her hand.
Now
there.
watch Summer Johnson. Watch her.
Look at Summer.
And you know what?
Almost threw it away, and now we do have a steal. So you're right, though. That's all.
No, it was a bad pass. That girl from Rogers made a great athletic play to save that, but that was a Summer Johnson pressure. Oh, Lee. Uh-oh.
Just call a intentional foul?
I think she kind of got out of control a little bit and kind of grabbed her.
They call a hold?
Yeah, because she kind of got herself in trouble a little bit and then kind of pulled the girl down on top of her. And
you could see Lee mouth, she ran over me to the official.
Yeah.
She'll be replaced by Cora Ives.
I give her a breather.
So Rao, Johnson, Ives, Harris, and Rohde. I tell you what, that's a lot of athleticism and toughness on the floor right now for the Lady Leopards. And there's a turnover.
And, okay, so that person right there just passed the ball backcourt. I think because she doesn't want the ball. Why? Avery Hurd just ran with her step for step just 30 seconds ago on the last possession. She don't want the ball. I'm telling you, those things just mentally defeat you, and it causes a mental error on their part.
Harris, open three. No good. Cora Ives there to run it down. Gets it out to
another offensive rebound.
Rao. Back to Harris again. They're going to let her shoot all night long. This one's in and out, but Rohde's there to rebound it. And I think we're going to have it. That's kind of blocked by the.
Yeah, the only way Rogers is getting the ball is if we turn it over, because we shoot and we get the offensive rebounds or we make it. But that's the only way they're getting the ball right now.
Summer just so quick there, Rick. So quick, and you can just tell that it's. You're right. Right now, the mental.
They don't want
fatigue.
the ball. They don't want the ball. They're wanting to pass it as soon as possible, and it's just pressure. It's just pressure for what at 21 minutes so far. They've been pressuring them. So
AJ back on the floor for the Lady Leopards, along with Summer Johnson, Cora Ives, Addie Rohde, and Reese Rao. I'd like to see Summer put up a shot or two.
You know, I'll say this about Summer. Her grandparents are probably listening to me. Summer is a self-aware. She doesn't like the outside shot. She's such a great slasher, great with the ball in her hand. Great one-handed pass there by AJ to Rohde. But Summer's so good at taking the ball to the basket. Hasn't quite developed the outside game that I think she wants, but taking the basket, she will.
AJ runs down the rebound, gives it off to Rao, but we have a really nice physical move in there by Rohde. This one goes through the hands of Cora Ives, and it's going to go back to the Lady Eagles. Checking in for the Lady Eagles, Bailey Kircha. She'll replace Rayleigh Seabeck.
Full court press here, still there by the Lady Leopards. Eagles break it, but I mean, we talked about how lead guards, point guards. Look at Cora Ives out there guarding the ball handler and forcing a turnover. Just somebody with that long, that athleticism on a much shorter player, and just really causes havoc. And just hats off to Cora tonight.
Here's a wide open three, right wing, no good. Summer Johnson runs down the long rebound. She'll put it up and in. Summer gets her first bucket of the night. The defense on this team is impressive, Rick. Between Cora Ives and Summer Johnson and Avery Harris and Lee Jesperson, and I think I could name just about everybody, honestly.
No, on that one.
These girls play defense.
On that one, we had a switch, and we had A.J. Jesperson out guarding a wing, and we had Reese Rao down low bodying up number 15, Joe Moses, and just not giving up anything easy. Nobody does.
40-17. Lady Leopards up 23 here on the Bam Builders scoreboard. Good position there by Reese, her recovery. Nice defense there by Addie. Just not giving her anything. She's working for it in the paint and can't get her.
Oh, just a good job being disciplined, staying on the floor.
Exactly. And just as we say that, she
touched her. I mean.
Well, and I think the official might have been a little persuaded there by the girl kind of.
Moved
her hand to her mouth.
Certainly her reaction. But we've seen a lot more not called tonight. But nonetheless, still, I mean, it's not bad defense. You take it. It's physical. You know, you don't want to say hit him in the mouth literally, but just Cora Ives after it. Look at her.
Oh, what a play. Gets it to AJ into the paint. She'll put it up, and they'll call a blocking foul. Boy, it's fun to watch hustle and defense result in offense.
And that's where it starts. I mean, the keys of the game, one of the keys of the game was transitioning, getting that steal at the top of the key, or, topping with a 10-foot line for the volleyball line right there at half court, and just going. And AJ did a good job taking the ball to the basket.
AJ knocks it home, her first bucket of the night on that Richie's Western Wear free throw. Second one on the way is good. And stolen away by Johnson, and she immediately turns it back over. But look at Cora, just terrific position in there. The girl put the ball right in her face, and she went and swatted it, and they called the foul on it. Here comes Lee Jesperson, Avery Harris to the bench. That'll send the Lady Eagles to the line. Free throw on the way. Hits the wedges in the back of the rim in the glass there and falls in.
You know, just kind of a situation like this, we have just a minute, and we're sitting here so close to the girls checking in, and you can just kind of look how excited they are to get back in the game. And it's really, I think, on the defensive end. You know, how much fun it is to apply that amount of pressure. I mean, yeah, everybody wants to score, but you know, the way that they fight, the way Lee just blocked that girl all the way out of bounds. I mean, it's just, you know, a mental game that the Leopards are winning on the defensive end.
Here's Harris. She'll penetrate, drops it off there. Jesperson, she'll fly in there. Can't get it. Cora Ives chases down the rebound, can't get it. Lady Eagles come out of there with it. We're under a minute now with 44 seconds left here in the third quarter on our Bam Builders scoreboard. You know, I'm beginning to think Rodney G knows how to coach. He's nailed the keys to the game. Here's a new steal by Jesperson.
The only thing that we did not anticipate was them not applying any pressure. I mean, Rogers has an athletic bunch of cross-country runners. You know, we know they're fast, but they have not applied any press the whole night.
They haven't made a lot of shots.
Well, that's true. It's hard to set up your press if you don't make shots.
Here's Johnson into the paint. Wow, what a slice by Johnson. She lays it up and in. And the second time this game that the Leopards have closed the quarter on a run and with a bucket. And we'll throw it to a commercial break. Lady Leopards up 44-19. You're listening to the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler broadcast.
For a limited time only, Jesse Britt's Automotive is offering a synthetic blend oil change for only $25.99. Plus, get a free tire rotation, free brake check, free alignment check, and a 22-point inspection. Jesse Britt's Automotive, discounting your prices, not your service. For a limited time only, Jesse Britt's Automotive is offering a computerized alignment for only $49.99. Plus, get a free tire rotation and free visual brake inspection. Jesse Britt's Automotive, discounting your prices, not your service.
.com. Build with CF Supply.
I don't have it yet. You take it.
Okay. Welcome back into the gymnasium here, Rogers Eagles Gymnasium. Lady Leopards up 44-19. A chance to have a Jesse Britt's Automotive game stats update. Rick, anything sticking out to you there?
Well, the only thing that stuck out to me, you know, we didn't. How many 3-pointers did we take that third quarter? I mean, I think it was all, you know, shots under the basket. I think Lee had one.
Hey, I'll say this real quick. 15 offensive rebounds for the Lady Leopards, 3 for Rogers. That, my friends, is the key to the game. And all stats brought to you by Jesse Britt Automotive. Here's a shot up, no good. Rebound Eagles.
It's just harassment.
Yeah,
harassment on that end. You know.
It is. And there's the Hawk coming down with it.
You know, one rebound. That's it. We're taking it.
Jesperson tries on the reverse. Nice strong take. She'll get fouled and go to the line and shoot a pair of Richie's Western Wear free throws. I want to remind you to stay with us after the game in our Ideal Self-Storage post-game show. We'll have our Patricia Meadows Graceland Real Estate Agency Player of the Game and our Ross Insurance Agency Coaches interview. Here's Jesperson's free throw on the way. Good. Jesperson 5 of 6 tonight so far. Now 6 of 7. Do the math on that one, Dad.
80, high 80 something.
Yeah, I think about 88, something around there.
Somewhere in there.
Here's a runner, left side, no good. Summer Johnson.
You know, one shot that Rogers gets.
And they get a steal back the other way. Credit Rogers with a nice turnover transition layup. Montalvo gets her 4th point of the game. Logs down to Rhodey. Boy, I love the physicality of Rhodey underneath. She is just not afraid of contact on either end.
No, I mean, you know, her ability, her work in the offseason is really showing off. Just to be able to make those moves, control those moves, and you know, with Lee flashing and Rhodey making those moves and Rhodey passing, it is really kind of coming together. Oh,
shot by Jesperson right side, no good. Too long. Rebound Eagles.
And that's, again, one shot is a bad shot there by Rogers, but they don't get any extra shots. Nothing.
Owning the board in this game. Absolutely owning the board. Reese Rowell comes to the table to check in. He got a foul on Rogers, number 3.
Number 3, Montalvo.
Summer Johnson will get a breather. Replaced by Reese Rowell. Montalvo's 2nd foul for Rogers. Well, and you just get the feeling like that Coach G just continuing to kind of become even more nuanced in these lineups. These girls have so many positives. You can do so many fun things with them. There's a gorgeous pass from Harris for
Get in there.
Rody, and it goes.
You know, Dave, great shot there by Rody. Pass by Avery Harris. But what'd that come after? An offensive rebound. Exactly. I'm telling you, man, it doesn't matter. I think Reese Rao got that one. And it's sound like a broken record tonight, but they have just been relentless defensively and on those rebounds.
Addie Rody at the line, up and in. Rody 2 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. She's got a total of 8. That brought to you by Jesse Britz Automotive. There's more pressure by Harris. You know, Rick, you brought up you made a great comment earlier. The girls, when they come to the table, they have defense in their eyes. I mean, they're just ready to get out there and harass.
When you do it as a team, it's so much fun. When you're playing defense on an island and sometimes you feel like the rest of your team doesn't have your back, it's sometimes deflating and demoralizing. But when you know you're out there playing aggressive, and if something happens, somebody's going to step up and harass them some more, it's so much fun to play great team defense, and that's exactly what they've done tonight.
Addie Rody gets the rebound. Now she's in position. Now she's going to kick it back out to Harris, who says, I will shoot up a 3. Thank you very much. The ball's tipped up out of bounds. I think it's going to stay with the Lady Leopards. Coach G wanted a foul on the shooter on the three-pointer there as Harris went to the floor after she let it go.
You know, we talked about this the other night, too. We're up, what are we up, 28? Up 28 with 5 minutes to go. Still got our starters in, still kind of running our same offense, same defense. But it's all about work. It's all about, you know, goals later in the season, goals in the postseason. And that's why we're running this lineup, just to practice this, get used to this.
Look at Jesperson handle the ball right there.
And honestly, when they're playing this well, I mean, it's just fun to coach it, fun to watch them play. And, you know, go out there and let them just continue to do exactly what they've been doing all night.
Jesperson down low, can't get it to go. Rody tips it up out of bounds and go back to the Lady Eagles. 5:26 left here in the fourth quarter on the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler broadcast. Appreciate Ashley Hill and Chad Peebles, Randy Murphy for stepping up, being the lead sponsor this year. High ball, and then it'll go back to the Lady Leopards. And Ricky, you really can see it on their faces. They just don't want the ball. They're like, you can almost see.
I mean, it's the only time that the Rogers Eagles get time to breathe is if they don't have the ball. If they have the ball, it's you know, it's a no man. It's a no-go zone, no-fly zone. You don't want it. And how fast can I get rid of it? It's like a hot potato out there.
Harris to Hawk in the corner. Down low to Rody, kicks it out to Jesperson. Open for about a 17-footer. No good. They're going to call 3 seconds. He's explaining, taking the time, a moment to explain it to Rody, but I felt like the ball was moving too quick for that.
Coach C's got a smile on her face. You know what? And I see the kind of the focus on right now is really getting the post involved here in this fourth quarter because there's going to be games. Guess what? When the ball does not fall, the three-pointers, we don't shoot over 50%.
More harassment by Rody.
And so doing a good job of focusing on getting the ball down low and letting the ball come out. Rody's dishing the ball back out. That time to Lee on that last offensive possession, backing it up with a tough D. Hope and a prayer. One shot.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness.
Well, she might have got her hand in there. I mean, I've seen worse calls, but
well, if I'm Avery, I'm feeling like I was going for the ball and the girl wrapped her arms around my arm, but I am a little biased. I'll admit it. That'll send Lady Eagles to the line of scrimmage. Wow. To the free throw line. Kylie Alonzo will shoot. Her first one is good. .443 left in the fourth quarter. Alonzo's second free throw is good as well. She's 2 for 4 on the night. Nearly stolen away there, but Harris strong with the ball. Dribble, penetrates to the top of the key, and fires a two-point jumper, and it goes.
And if you're going to gamble against this team, especially gamble against a shooter, you have to make sure you're going to get it. And Avery Harris was able to control that pass and make the gambler pay on that one.
Well, it's fun to see Avery with so much confidence.
Yeah, no, I mean, the way she shot since Reese made that three, Avery Harris has come on fire, and we kind of think of her as a sharpshooter, but she's even being challenged. Great position there by Rhodey with that defensive rebound, but Avery Harris is being challenged to not excel only on the offensive end, but to get that defensive end going, and she's really just having fun, loving it, accepting the challenge, and really getting after it herself down there.
Tell you what, district coaches have to be shaking their head when they look down and see number 10 on Lorena's roster and find out she's a sophomore. Addie Rhodey has just dominated the paint tonight. Here's Harris, she'll penetrate. Back to Jesperson, puts it down, up and in, and she's fouled. So Jesperson again with a chance to convert a three-point play. She'll go to the line to shoot a Richie's Western Wear free throw.
I don't know, as a dad, I think it's time to take her out. She's taken quite the punishment tonight. Another hard foul. Good take to the basket. .348 on the clock. Free throw on the way, right through the bottom. Reese with the deflection out of bounds. Ball is going to stay there with the Rogers Eagles, but doesn't matter. No relent. Still up. Oh.
We got Jesperson with 19 right now. There's a shot away. There's Jesperson. Man, look at that. Nearly gets the steal out here and then gets the rebound down low. That's some great hustle. So Harris after he's going to stay with the Lady Eagles, but Harris after 5 True North Consulting Group three-pointers there in the first half has not made one, but she did make that 2-point jumper. But she's got 17 in the game.
I mean, one of the keys of the game was shoot, get the right shot, and the second half's kind of just been defensive pressure, full court there, shot made by number 10, Nicole Muka. But Avery Harris has not taken the wrong shot.
And then certainly don't want to give that opinion. That's not what I'm saying at all.
No. I 100% agree with you. She has not taken
great shots, just haven't fallen for her in the second half. Yep, definitely got bumped there. And that'll send the Leopards to the line to shoot 1 and 1. That one was on Kylie Alonso, her first. And then you look, my goodness, you bring out the physical Rhodey and the athletic Jesperson and you replace them with AJ and Cora Ives. Hits never stop coming.
I mean, honestly, look at Summer Johnson's about to check in the game. And she's chomping at the bit to get out there and get another steal, harass somebody just a little bit more.
Avery Harris knocks it down. She'll get another one. I may be mistaken, but is that her? I have that as her first free throw. Doesn't seem right. But 2:44 left here in the H&M Landscape and Sprinkler broadcast. Remember, stick around with us for a few minutes after the game. We'll have our Ideal Self-Storage post-game show. Appreciate Terry Wood for sponsoring pre-game and post-game. We'll have our player of the game and coach's interview. Harris. She's dribbling it right in front of me. I can't resist. Summer Johnson set to check in along with McLaren Williamson.
Emery Nooner checking in, senior Emery Nooner checking in. So it's officially emptied the bench here and got the full second team unit in here.
Free throw on the way is good.
Valuable playing time, for all these girls as we get further in the season. Any type of injuries, any type of foul trouble, having all these girls with significant experience under the belt, as they say, is just so invaluable.
Nooner with it, over to Ives, over to AJ, to Summer Johnson. Lots of youth on the floor right now. Wide open shot, left wing, too long, rebounded by the Lady Eagles, but good to get Nooner a shot up. Three, top of the key, hits the back iron, no good. Rebound, Cora Ives. Yep.
You know, it doesn't matter. Second team still doing the job as the first team, limiting the offensive extra shots.
AJ, three on the way short off the front iron, no good. Summer Johnson goes to the floor. She'll get it. Can she get rid of it before she goes out of bounds? I think we got a timeout, Coach. All right, let's go to a commercial break, guys. A minute 23 left on this one. Back with more Leopards basketball after this.
Waco Drive, your source for every. Celebrating over 40 years of service, your source for everything Texas is Richie's Western Wear. Richie's is the only locally owned full-line Western wear store in Waco. We offer friendly, old-fashioned customer service while you enjoy our 12,000 square feet of boots, hats, jeans, and leather goods. Don't be a stranger. Stop by and see why we've been in business for so long. Located at 4533 West Waco Drive, your source for everything Texas is Richie's Western Wear.
Welcome back into Eagles Gymnasium here in Rogers, Texas. David Gibson, Rick Jesperson here. Watch your Lady Leopards just come in here and swarm the gym.
Nooner.
AJ with a floater from the right side, no good. Not a floater, it was a jumper, but 1:16 left here in the game. Backdoor pass up, no good. Cora Ives with another rebound. She's played terrific defense tonight and done another great job battling underneath. Emery Nooner with it. Three from the left wing, no good. Rebound Eagles, and we're under a minute here on our Bam Builder scoreboard left in this game. Look at Cora Ives flying back down. Rick, you're up 27 points.
They're more concerned about, defense and playing a full defensive game than anything else, and it's just great to see. I don't know how you can coach intensity like that for that long, but, Coach T has the girls all – I think it's a good job on McLaren moving her feet. What do you call?
They call a block or they call a charge? I thought that was good defense.
That might be a hometown, and they're up 27-point kind of a makeup call. I thought Mac did a great job moving her feet on that one. Hands were straight up. But
Williamson picks up her third foul. Free throw on the way is good. Kylie Alonzo's 3 for 5 on the night so far. Make that 4 for 6. Here comes Summer Johnson now, 35 seconds. Leopards still running offense here. We've got a bunch of youngsters on the floor. Loose ball, Lady Leopards want it more. Nooner comes out of there with it. She's going to get fouled, and Nooner will get a chance to shoot free throws.
See if she can get on the scoreboard here tonight. Might be 1-1. No, 10.
No, she gets a couple.
10th
couple
foul.
Richie's Western Wear free throws. And Nooner hits both of them. Put her in the scorebook, Coach. 57-30, Lady Leopards up. And it's just been a complete team effort tonight here on both ends of the floor. And that's a lot, makes basketball a lot of fun to watch. As Summer Johnson got the carry through the A gap there, and
she was definitely being pressured. Kind of the first time that we've been pressured, all night there in the backcourt, but just couldn't quite get the step down before she made that pass. But good job keeping her eyes up.
we need to record.
Let's see what they do here in the last 6 seconds. See if they still play with it. Give them anything easy. Cora Ives is not giving anything easy. Took a charge, not called to end the game, but you love to see the way they end. Hope Cora's okay. She's a little shaken up maybe on that one, but
She hit her head, it looks like a little bit.
what a way to finish off a defensive performance is take a charge.
Incredible performance there by the Lady Leopards tonight on both sides of the ball, the whole team. We'll take a commercial break and come back with our Ideal Self-Storage postgame show, our Ross Insurance Agency interview with Coach G, as well as our Patricia Meadows, Graceland Real Estate Agency Player of the Game. Right back with more after this.
H&M Landscape and Sprinkler is your one-stop shop for turning your dream vision for the environment outside of your home or business into a reality. From laying sod and installing sprinklers to the finer beautifying touches and year-round maintenance, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler can do it all. Whether you are looking to sell your home, attract more customers, or beautify your home to enjoy with family and friends, H&M Landscape and Sprinkler has the skill and expertise to get the job done just the way you want. Visit them online at hmlandscapeandsprinkler.com or call 254-732-6818. That's H&M Landscape and Sprinkler. Ross Insurance Agency is a locally owned and independent agency that's been in business for 20 years. Offering auto, home, commercial, and life, Ross Insurance Agency is here to meet all of your insurance needs. Call 254-224-6430 or go to our website, rossinsuranceagencywaco.com. Tommy and Brandy Ross support you, Leopards, in your quest for a championship and are proud to be the Lorena basketball sponsor.
Gymnasium, David Gibson, Rick Jesperson here. We're efforting to get Coach G and our Graceland Real Estate Agency Player of the Game. We'll keep that on the down low until we get the chance to interview it. Thanks. Credit Zadie Chris for bringing the stats tonight.
We're going to have to get Zadie here for an interview.
Yeah.
Senior Zadie Chris, been struggling with a few injuries and not quite suiting up, but love to see her staying a part of the team and taking stats there. They call her nickname Big Z. Doing a good job helping us out tonight, so hats off to her. But, Dave, how many times we talk about it? Kind of your thoughts.
Yeah,
as we're waiting on the interview, but what stands out to you?
Man, no doubt about it. The thing that stands out to me, obviously, the three-point shooting in the first half was the tail of the first half, but 17-6 on the offensive rebounds. That was absolutely dominant. Lady Leopards getting multiple chances on the offensive end. That really, to me, made the difference with all the turnovers, the transition buckets, and that nature.
And I want to say even how efficient they were when they got those offensive rebounds, of how many times they were able to, make a quick basket right after that rebound. And so, it wasn't just offensive rebounds, but it was efficiency after those. And, that effort, displayed on the offensive end, but even displayed on the defensive end. That's limiting Rogers to one shot almost every single possession. And so, to keep that effort going, for the full 32 minutes of game clock, just hats off to all the girls. It seems like they're not ready for a 2-week or a 1-week Christmas break. We do have a game on Tuesday in McGregor, but they are not ready to take any time off. They're ready to just keep after it, just keep throwing their defensive tenacity after their next opponent. Doesn't matter who it is.
We talked as we kind of look over our game stats update here in our post-game show, brought to you by Ideal Self-Storage. 6 of 11 in the first half on threes, really cooled off in the second half. Went 1 of 13 in the second half, so really tell us who has there. And the lead didn't evaporate because of the things that you've been talking about, Rick. Just the fierceness on defense, and then the rebounding really separated and kept that separation for the Lady Leopards.
I think that that fourth quarter that we definitely had some three-point shots that were being put up. We talked about it on air. They weren't bad shots. They were all within the realm of the offense. and which is exactly what Coach G wants. I know Avery Jesperson had a couple that didn't go in. Nooner had one that didn't go in, but that's all part of the offense, having those girls, the second teamers, kind of get in there, keep running the offense, keep putting up the same type of shots that are open shots, that are good shots, and they didn't fall, but like you said, the lead never evaporated, and that's because they had so many defensive stops and pressures being put on them, from the, they were able to make 2-pointers, make those layups, and we talked about the 3-pointers, but also Addison Rohde and Lee Jesperson down low, taking the ball to the basket. Summer Johnson had 2 great drives that went to the basket, just putting that pressure. And you can see, Dave, we had such a great shooting percentage in the first half on 3-pointers. We didn't shoot the ball great on threes in the second half, but what that did is that opened up the lane for us to be able to make drives to the basket, and we did a really good job of driving to the basket here in the second half. And, as I said, Rhodey made some, Lee made some, and then Summer Johnson made some as well. So just hats off to them all for those drives. As welcome in Coach G here for the post-game show. And we're working on getting that camera set up, so just be real patient here with us. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and bring in, we ready? We got Coach G? Here in just a little bit. But all right, got the camera on? Okay. Time to welcome in our Ross Insurance Agency coaches interview, being joined by the Victorious head coach, Rodney G., whose Lady Leopards have just gone to 2-0 here in district. And, wow, Coach, just phenomenal, incredible three-point shooting in the first half, and then incredible tenacity on defense and in the paint rebounding in the second half.
Yeah, I told our kids just a second ago, I thought we were relentless all game long and kind of just kept coming, just waves, just kept coming at them. And offensively and defensively, we guarded them the entire time. We never took a possession off. We were kind of relentless on the boards, and we pushed the basketball. And then I thought we got the shots we wanted to get, which is one of our keys in the first. Like, we hit threes, but they were all open threes because we worked the ball for a little while. And
that's what we were going to say, Coach. It's like we felt like their zone, they were moving their zone, but you guys were so patient. You got the shot you wanted just about every time.
I was so proud of them. Yeah, we exactly did. Sometimes we'll force some things, and we did not tonight. We got shots we want to get. They came out and they shot, surprised us a little bit in the 1-3-1, and the fact that, like, all we've seen them play is man. We've seen them play a little bit of 2-3, but they did that, which goes to a lot to our kids of just adjusting on the fly right now. And not that we hadn't worked on it, but still we kind of anticipated the man. And then after about the first 3 minutes, I thought we were phenomenal the rest of the night.
Hey, Coach, do you think that kind of tonight's going to be a turning point? Kind of a Lorena culture type defining game, and that's the way that we're going to guard people in this district, and presumably the playoffs. Is tonight going to be a night we look back on and just kind of remember of how we did it?
Yeah, I don't know if the night, but I agree with you because we really, really guarded those guys last tonight. And again, I thought it was just one possession right after another that it did it. But I'll tell you, these guys have been in practice doing this. This is what they've been doing in practice every single day. They've been bringing in practice. They have attention to detail in practice, and now all that stuff is showing up. It doesn't just happen in a game. It happens what they're doing in practice. But, yes, I think that, and also I think the other thing that we haven't done in years is rebound really, really well. And this guy over here, Cora's going in. I don't know how many she had and how many Rhodey had, but they had a ton of rebounds tonight. She's going in and guarding. She's doing what she's supposed to do. And then she's going to get rebounds and she's going to get second shots for us. So our tenacity on the boards and our tenacity on defense is really setting the tone for us.
17 offensive rebounds to their 6, Coach, just so you know. So
yeah.
he definitely dominated in that facet. We need to
go ahead and finish up.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
go
Coach.
Ahead, yeah.
Last question. Too, like you talked about it, and we just hit on it there, 17-6 offensively. But, I don't remember outside of maybe one possession how many times the Rogers got an offensive rebound against, Korov's, McLaren was in there getting tough rebounds. Lee's getting rebounds. The defense pressure didn't stop whether we were guarding the ball up top or rebounding down low. It didn't matter.
They may have got a few long rebounds and that kind of stuff that you're going to get some because you can't play around the rim. But they didn't get them because we weren't an effort and I weren't boxing out. And, again, Rhodey, Lee, all those guys did a super job of getting that done tonight.
Yep, I agree.
Yep.
All right.
Coach,
okay. Appreciate it. Thank y'all very much.
Yeah, be safe on the bus. That's our Ross Insurance Agency coaches interview. Coach is 2-0 since we started those, so maybe we should keep those up, I guess, Coach. And we're going to be joined now by our Patricia Meadows Graceland Real Estate Agency Player of the Game, Cora Ives. Cora, we were super impressed with your toughness tonight. Just talk about your thoughts on the game as a whole.
We were definitely fighting the refs like throughout the game, but we had to figure out like how tough we could be and like how to fight their toughness without like getting the fouls. So we just had to figure that out.
Yep.
Cora, your play from the first time you got in to really the last play of the game, I was so impressed. I mean, talk about that, you know, how do you guys have that much fight? You're up 28 points and there's 6 seconds left and you're down here taking a charge. I mean, why? I mean, how? I might have just let her had a layup just because, you know, I needed a break or something like that. But you guys, it's like, yeah. I mean, how do you explain that?
I don't think we like think about the time on the clock. We just like start to finish, like work as hard as we can because that's how it always is. Like practice, Coach G makes us do it until we get it right. So like we always just know it's fight from the beginning to the end, no matter score or anything.
When y'all were coming to the scores table, you could almost see it. We could see it on y'all's faces. Y'all were eager to get in there and almost play defense. It was almost like I can't wait to get in there and harass these guys some more. Is that what you are feeling like coming off the bench?
Yeah, we're all of us love like defense and like we're really strong on that and we work on that a lot. So it is like something that we're eager to do.
You just talk about you're on varsity, your first year on varsity, right? Am I right about that? So how is it going for you? You enjoying it?
Yes, it's going pretty good.
You're working your whole high school career to get to this moment, right?
Yeah.
So, and you're excelling right now. You're our player of the game. So how are you feeling about your senior year so far?
I'm a junior.
Oh, you're junior year. Sorry, yeah, junior
That's
year.
okay. Pretty good. Like working really hard every single day in practice. And
yeah. You took a little shot to the head over there. You all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good to know. Rick,
All right, last question here, Cora, for you. So talk about the end of the first quarter. It's tied 8-8, and Reese Rao hits that deep Steph Curry distance type 3-pointer. What does that do for a team? You know, when you're coming out at the end of the first quarter. I mean, how'd that make you guys feel, and then play the rest of the game?
With it being 8-8, everyone was kind of like we were all a little nervous about it being close. But, like, that really did set us ahead. Like, it gave us all confidence, and, like, we knew that, like, every single one on the team was fighting, and that, like, it put us ahead a little bit.
Well, all right. I guess being on the road, we might want to run and get out of here. I think they're going to kick us out of here soon.
Turn the lights out.
But, Cora, we're just, again, super impressed. Love watching you play, your toughness and your fight. You bring so much to the team. So, congratulations on being our player of the game, and keep it up.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
that's
you.
our Graceland Real Estate Agency player of the game, Cora Ives, and she is our player of the game. So, guys, I guess, Rick, any final thoughts on this before we go?
I mean, we had time during the broadcast just to hit it over the head just so many times. I mean, just the defensive relentlessness on defense that we played with, and then you know, the boards that we got on both ends of the court, and they just fed off each other, and no one was going to be upped by the other person that was checking in. It was who can get, you know, the last rebound, the last steal, and just I think, you know, Coach T kind of beat around the bush a little bit, but I think it's just a culture-setting, defining moment for this team, and just can't wait to see how they expand on that. McGregor Tuesday night, and then we'll take a break. We got a tournament over Christmas break, and then back to district after the break. So I'm really excited.
Cora, any final thoughts from you?
No, sir.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and call it a night here from Rogers. For Rick Jesperson, I'm David Gibson. For Benjamin Huey and Cole Huey on camera, and Stone Gibson on the board tonight. And for Cora Ives, our player of the game, we want to say good night. Travel safely back to Rogers, and we will see you Tuesday at McGregor. Good night.